Hello, I'm Julian Suso, City Manager for the City of Mentor, and I'd like to welcome you to this video version of the Community Newsletter. This half-hour program, produced by Mentor's Public Information Office, will serve to better acquaint you with the city in which we live. In the months to come, it will inform you about issues that are important to you, such as community development projects, road construction, and community events. You will also be introduced to some pretty interesting people who live right here in our city. We're excited about this opportunity to visit with you on Mentor Community Television, and we hope you enjoy this premiere of the special edition.
Coming up on Special Edition, we'll help you plan your next reception or private party by using a rental facility located right here in Mentor. Take a new look at an old Mentor business as we visit C. Merkel Sons. And ride with me, Kathy Pohl, as I receive my first lesson in police driver training. All this and much more on the first edition of Special Edition. Story is a fish tale with a happy ending for everyone but the fish. Recently, Civic Center Pool was stocked with 550 pounds of rainbow trout from the Medina Fish Hatchery. A fishing derby was organized, and area anglers were invited to try their luck. For a small fee, you could wet a line and dream dreams of catching the big one. The event was sponsored by the Mentor Recreation Department. Superintendent Paul Hegrenes set the guidelines.
We had people pre-register for it because we wanted to limit the amount of children and adults that were going to be there. And we had 90 children or people in each slot, and there were 4 slots to choose from. And about the only rule we had was that children that were 10 and under had to be accompanied by an adult, and we didn't want any catch and release. Once you'd caught your 3 fish, you had to leave.
Hegrenes said the trout were not harmed by chemicals in the water since the pool was not chlorinated for 6 weeks prior to stocking. The trout averaged 12 to 16 inches in length and weighed about 1 pound each. The bag limit was 3 fish per person.
I had seen it in another brochure, and I'd seen it done in some ponds, and one other city I saw had done it in a swimming pool. And we knew we had a fantastic facility at Civic Center Pool, and had a beautiful day that afternoon, and we thought we'd try it, and we were very pleased with the results. Being the first time out, we weren't real certain what we'd end up with, and we had close to 300 people there. The first 2 or 3 time slots were totally full. I'm very pleased for the first time out. The biggest thing we wanted to do was just have a fun family event, and we wanted essentially just to break even. We didn't want to subsidize it heavily, and we came up with a rate that we thought would be fair, and I think people realized it was. That many people came home with 2 or 3 fish, and it was a break-even event for us, and we did break even.
One question remains. Since everyone had such a great time, are we going to do this again next year?
Definitely do it again next year, and we will have a few changes, being that was our first year. One thing we found out was that the trout like the deep water, and they all went to the deep end. Next year we hope to be able to section the pool off into 2 or 3 sections with some fence material. That way we'll have 2 or 3 areas where the fish are in. And also we found that the bulk, or the majority of the fish were caught earlier in the day. We're going to start earlier. This year we started at 10. Next year we're going to open up a time slot at 8 in the morning. So those will be our 2 major changes. A third change we're also going to do, if you didn't catch a fish the first day, if you come in on Saturday, you don't catch a fish, we're going to give you a coupon next year, have you come back on Sunday, and let you try your luck again.
Introducing the visiting team from Wildwood, Russia. At goalies, number 1, Dima Morozov. Number 20 is Dima Polozhayev. Number 2 is Alexei
championship-style hockey was in the spotlight at the Menor Civic Ice Arena. A group of 12-year-olds from Leningrad took to the ice for a series of exhibition games. The Russian youths arrived in Cleveland the week before Thanksgiving, after several snafus threatened to make the journey impossible. Menor City Hockey Director Bill Morrow deserves much of the credit for finally bringing the Soviets to this country.
Back in May, we planned a tournament for October, and I knew, being involved with USA Hockey as a president of District 3, which is 4 states, that the Russians have never sent over a team that young, at 12-year-olds. So I negotiated with through an interpreter with some people I knew in New York, and we got in contact with the team in Leningrad. And like I said, we started it in May, and we finally got a confirmation in August that they would come in for the tournament. Probably 2 days before the tournament, they were told that they couldn't get on their flight to get here, that they were bumped off. So what we did is we said, fine, you know, you still have your visas. When you're able to come, just give us a couple of days' notice and we'll certainly get you here. So they called the beginning of November and said they would be able to come the 15th of November. So what we did is plan a week of exhibition games for them.
The Russians stayed at the homes of Lake County area families.
You know, 25 years I've been involved in youth hockey. It's the greatest thing that I've ever seen or been involved in, and the response from the whole hockey community was tremendous, and the response back from the Russians was tremendous too. It was just a great thing for both countries and for both hockey teams. The problem we had is we wound up getting a little bit too attached to the kids, and the kids got attached to us, and it was a sad scene when they went home. The kids didn't want to leave, and we certainly didn't want them to leave, but they had their parents that they had to go home to. The first couple of days, the Russian players were very tentative. They didn't speak much. They were very shy, but after they found out that kids are kids, no matter where they're at, they just warmed right up to us, and we warmed up to them, and it was a real experience.
According to Morrow, the Russians have a slight advantage over our own American Pee Wee teams. The Soviet youngsters attend regular classes at a sports school in Leningrad, where they may have the same coach for up to 7 years. But are the Russians really better than their American counterparts?
They were all 12-year-olds, and in the United States, Pee Wees are 12 and 13-year-olds. And that 1 year makes a big difference. You know, we found that out ourselves playing in major tournaments against 13-year-olds. All of European hockey is, they're traditional for skating. Anybody who played the Russian team and didn't go out and physically hit them lost. If you were bigger than them and you hit them, you would beat them. They were very small for 12-year-olds, which surprised me. I thought they'd be a lot bigger than what they were. They were very small 12-year-olds, but they skated excellent. Their plays were excellent. And like I said, the teams that went out and tried to skate with them lost. We played them on Friday night and caught them tired. We outshot them, but their goaltending was outstanding.
The visit by the kids from Leningrad was a huge success, and now Morrow is talking about a trip to Russia for some American hockey players.
The last day that we're here, they presented us with a proposal that they hold a tournament in Leningrad in March, the end of March, beginning of April, which teams from Czechoslovakia, Finland, Sweden, the Soviet Union, and Poland. We've been asked to attend that tournament. We're working with it right now with some airlines to see the feasibility of it. There's a whole lot of circumstances involved in that before we make a final decision, but you know, I think that would be the trip of a lifetime for anybody that got to go. I just want to thank everybody in Menor, all the businesses and the people in the Menor hockey program for really opening up their arms and making this a huge success for everybody.
If you're planning a wedding reception, business meeting, or private party, the City of Menor offers a number of unique facilities which are available to rent at very reasonable rates. In this segment of Special Edition, we'll show you 4 alternatives to the usual rental facility. Each has a style and atmosphere all its own, and each has the added advantage of being located right here in Menor. The facility at Menor Beach Park can easily accommodate up to 300 people. There's a large serving area and enough tables and chairs to seat all your guests comfortably. If you're planning an outdoor party, there are picnic tables with grills and a playground for the kids. The park is located at 7779 Lakeshore Boulevard and offers an excellent view of Lake Erie. The Eleanor B. Garfield Park at 7967 Menor Avenue boasts a spacious ballroom complete with hardwood floor. The park facility is ideal for dances, wedding receptions, office parties, and special events of up to 150 people. Amenities include a lounge with tables and chairs and a large balcony overlooking the picturesque duck pond. The Community Recreation Center at 8600 Munson Road is attractive and functional. The comfortable, friendly atmosphere at this award-winning facility is truly unique. The large community room is the center of activity. There is a dance floor with ample room for a band or DJ, a wet bar, and a dais for the bridal party or guests of honor. The kitchen is conveniently located next to the serving area. One added attraction, the community room overlooks the Civic Ice Arena, which is also available to rent. While we don't recommend the ice arena for a wedding reception, if you're looking for something different, how about a private ice skating party? The Wildwood Cultural Center provides an historic and elegant setting for weddings, meetings, seminars, and other functions. Banquet tables and chairs, kitchen facilities, and a large parking area are included in the rental cost. The Manor House is situated on 34 acres of beautiful grounds, providing ample opportunities for picture taking. The English Tudor home on Little Mountain Road was constructed in 1908, and many of its original features have been preserved. Whether you're interested in a formal sit-down dinner or a casual buffet, Wildwood will enhance the occasion.
Discover the possibilities in Mentor and make your choice. With over 200 recreation programs and activities from which to choose, the City of Mentor offers something for every member of its community. Registration is currently being held for a wide range of preschool, youth, and adult programs. For more information, call the Mentor Recreation Department at 255-1100 and discover the possibilities in Mentor, the city of choice.
Did you ever wonder about that impressive row of greenhouses that line the east side of Maple Street near the Matchworks building? The sign at the end of the driveway gives no clue as to what's inside. In this segment of Special Edition, we'll take a new look at an old Mentor business and find out what's under the glass at C. Merkel Sons. We found plants, thousands of plants. Most of them are the widely popular Christmas plant, the poinsettia. The business is strictly wholesale, selling only to florists, supermarkets, and other retailers. The company was founded in 1918 by President Bill Merkel's grandfather. It has since grown to become one of the largest wholesalers of poinsettia plants in the Midwest.
We have about 35 full-time employees, and we grow around 150,000 poinsettias at Christmas time. Well, they water the plants, fertilize the plants, disc bud, pot plants, and just general greenhouse work. And get them ready for shipping, sleeve them, load them on the trucks. So that's a big job to get them delivered.
The poinsettia plant is native to Mexico and is usually found in moist wooded areas. In the north, we grow them indoors.
Yeah, they're tricky to grow. They're not easy. But with the new varieties today, it's a lot easier to grow them. Years ago, when a lady would take a poinsettia home, the leaves would start to fall off. They'd turn yellow and fall off in maybe in a week's time. Now these new plants, the new varieties, will even last till Easter time. There are a lot of different colors. There's sort of a mauve color, and then a lot of different varieties of the different colors. I'd say there are about at least 20 different kinds. There's white, and there's pink, and there's pink and white variegated. There's red speckled, flower speckled with pink. And they should be in a window where they get plenty of light and keep them water, keep the soil moist. And that's about it. That's about, if they're close to the window, the better, more light, the better they do, the longer they last.
Because the poinsettia has long been recognized as the traditional floral symbol of the Christmas season, the months of November and December are busy ones at C. Merkel Sons.
It's just everybody wants poinsettias at Christmas time.
The year was 1908. A Cleveland industrialist, John G. Oliver, built an English Tudor manor house on Little Mountain Road. The family named it Wildwood. In 1980, the city of Mentor purchased the home from Oliver's granddaughters and opened it to the general public as the area's first cultural center. This month, Wildwood Cultural Center celebrates its 10th anniversary. To commemorate, a special half-hour program was produced and is being shown on Channel 36. Here's a preview of Wildwood, Echoes of the Past. Picture this room as it must have been over 80 years ago, a glimmering memory that remains of a bygone era. Many of Cleveland's wealthy built their summer homes in Mentor. For a few golden months during the year, the grounds would ring with the laughter of children on holiday. The manicured gardens would be the backdrop for elegant brunches, and in the evenings the house would be ablaze with hundreds of lights as couples made their way up the tree-lined driveway in horse-drawn carriages. The house was built by industrialist John G. Oliver in the year 1906. The family called their estate Wildwood. We hope you tune into Channel 36 as we look at the past and future of the Wildwood Cultural Center. Barbara Davis, principal of Center Street Village Elementary, invited us to participate during National School Lunch Week. The Mentor Exempted Village School District participates in the National School Lunch Program. Since 1946, this program has made it possible for schools throughout the nation to serve wholesome and nutritious, low-cost lunches to students every school day. These lunches make an important contribution to good nutrition, which is vital to a child's mental and physical growth. On the day we visited, it was Open House Day, with parents joining their children for a wholesome and nutritious lunch. Center Street Village serves between 80 to 100 lunches each day. A student's participation in the school lunch program is important because it supplies 1/3 of their daily nutritional requirements while introducing the child to new foods and teaching him better food choices. Each year, Beautification Awards are presented to those residents whose homes are the nicest in the neighborhood or have shown the most improvement. Henry Brown is a member of the Beautification Commission that annually selects the award winners.
Any resident in the city of Mentor is eligible for a beautification award, but primarily the purposes of to get these awards is for personal efforts in their behalf for maintaining their landscaping and their homes and their yards, obviously, to have plantings of various different flowers. The members of council, administration, Beautification Commission members, their friends and their neighbors can nominate their friends and people for a beautification award.
One award is given in each of the city's 4 wards.
The winners in Ward 1 were James and Daisy Baker, and their house was done very nicely with several different shrubberies and lots of different types of varieties of rose bushes, including going up and down their driveway. It was very nicely done. Chuck and Janet Stewart were our Ward 2 recipients for 1990. Their particular residence was done very well, which included some, as we had talked with those people, because they happened to be out that evening when we went by, to do some renovation of the front part of their house, which included additional brand new landscaping and a very uniquely done walkway to the front of the house, which caught our eye. Thomas and Catherine Gunther were the Ward 3 recipients this year. In their backyard happens to be constructed a unique gazebo type building, which was actually attached to a tool shed, and along with that he has constructed a very unique bridge construction with flower beds and flower boxes hanging on this bridge type area with a fairly large size train set that he has set up on the top of the railings that runs all around the outside and down through the backyard and around the backside of the gazebo and so forth. Edward and Karen Wojak in Ward 4 had a very lovely landscaped yard in the Ward 4 area of the city of Mentor. As a result, the members felt that because of their well-maintained, we found out also that they planted all that material themselves. And as pictures will indicate, there's a considerable amount of work an effort put in by these folks, and we felt that because of the effort and work and the niceness of their project, that it was well-deserved of a recognition award in 1990.
A fifth award given in the commercial property category went to the Shell service station at routes 306 and 20. Richard Rigovich is the manager. Special edition extends congratulations to all of the 1990 Beautification Award winners. Thank you for helping to keep the city beautiful.
This vehicle can take you to places no other vehicle can. To the silicon landscapes of tomorrow's supercomputers. Or as far as your ability and imagination will allow. But only if you don't bail out. So stay in school. Brought to you by the United States Air Force.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail?
The gala grand opening and formal dedication of the city's newest service facility, Fire Station Number 1, took place on Sunday, September 30th. City officials and county commissioners were on hand for the ceremony. The new station, located on Heisley Road, just north of Mentor Avenue, replaces the original Station Number 1, built in 1942. Lake County Commissioner Millie Tusher presented a resolution to commemorate the dedication.
Whereas immediate assistance from fire and emergency personnel is crucial in saving lives, and whereas the dedication of Fire Station Number 1 will greatly enhance the safety and welfare of the residents of the City of Mentor, and whereas the City of Mentor and its public officials have continually placed the safety of its residents first and foremost.
Fire Chief John Brewer said that demands for space made the old station obsolete. The new 5,800 square foot building will house 2 fire engines, an emergency rescue vehicle, and a grass unit, a truck used to fight grass fires. Chief Brewer then introduced the designer and builder of Station Number 1's brand new sign, James Polachek.
And after some research, I decided that an antique fire pumper would best serve it, not only as a tribute to the fire service, but also to the people in the building of Station 1. It sort of brings a little bit of the tradition from Station 1 over to a new building.
City Manager Julian Suso closed the formal dedication with an invitation to join the festivities inside. The new station will provide sufficient space to comfortably accommodate the on-duty firefighters. The facility is divided into 2 separate sections. Administrative offices, kitchen, and day room are on one side of the building, while another area will house the dormitory and locker room. While this state-of-the-art fire station incorporates many of the industry's newest technologies, the attractive building blends easily with the overall layout of the neighborhood. As Southeast Mentor continues to grow, Fire Station Number 1 will be here to meet the needs for increased firefighting capabilities. A typical day at the Mentor Senior Citizen Center might start out with a song from the Mentor Music Makers. The choir, under the direction of Peggy Lewis, performs for nursing homes, hospitals, and other senior centers. Lunch is available at reasonable prices every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. The light luncheons, usually soup and a sandwich, cost just $1.50. Dessert is $1 extra. The center serves as a meeting hall, but it also provides space for special events, workshops, lectures, social and health services, and just plain fun. When Special Edition visited the center, it was catch-up day for the ceramics class.
Can we tell you that she's 86 years old?
You could tell me that.
Yes, she is. God love her. I hope we're all like her.
With the Christmas holiday just around the corner, residents are working extra hard to get all those special gifts ready for Christmas. Of course, some activities are not typical. Today, for example, the Lake County Health District offered flu immunization to persons 65 or older, or others with chronic conditions such as diabetes, kidney, or heart disease. The charge was $4, and more than 700 people took advantage of the convenient service. For the physically challenged, the parking lot was turned into a drive-through immunization center. Getting a flu shot may not be as much fun as listening to the Mentor Music Makers or putting the finishing touches on a beautiful ceramic vase, but it is a much-needed service provided to this community by people who care.
Several weeks ago, I stopped by the old Caterpillar plant to observe the Mentor Police Department in action. Chief Richard Amiot suggested that the police driver training class might be an interesting feature for viewers of Special Edition. Well, it didn't exactly turn out the way I had planned.
Within minutes, I was hurling through space in a police car with Officer Tim Trask at the wheel. By the fourth lap, or maybe it was the second, I heard myself scream, "What am I doing in this car?" All the while, Tim was very cool. He just kept driving around this circle, casually explaining how the course was designed.
It takes you 2 guys 8 hours to lay it out, measure it, and tighten it up to fit the vehicle that you're using.
Who cares, I thought. Just get me out of here. All kidding aside, the driver training sessions simulate difficult conditions to help the officers avoid accidents, or at least to reduce severity. Officer Trask explains.
The purpose of the 4-phase driver training program that we established at the Mentor Police Department was to create a safer, more efficient police driver for his protection and the protection of the other people using the highways in our city. We instituted the program in 1988, and we've gone through 3 of the phases already, at least covering 1 phase every year for the last 3 years. We hope to make the police officer aware of his abilities and limitations, as well as the ability and the limitations of the vehicle he's operating out in the streets.
I think I've learned enough about emergency response driving, so if it's all the same to you, I'll pass on the next one. Santa made his yearly visit to Garfield Park as Mentor's Recreation Department presented the annual Visit with Santa. Kids from 1 to 92 had a chance to get into the holiday spirit by joining together for a holiday snack, making a craft project, and meeting Santa personally. We listened to some good girls and boys as they recited their wishes for Christmas.
Hello there! You got my hat on. How'd you get my hat? You like to have Santa's hat? You got a pin too? Yeah. Are you decorated for Christmas at your house? Yes? Is there anything special on your list this year? Are you going to tell me? Huh? Did you write me a letter yet? You did? Okay, then it's in the letter. Are you going to leave me a cookie under that tree? What's your favorite cookie? Huh? What do you want? Can you... A choo-choo train? Are you big enough to take care of it? Okay. You have a very Merry Christmas, okay? And thank you for coming to... How are you today? Are you having fun?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is fun time of the year, isn't it? Yeah. How's everything going at your house? Are you all ready for Christmas?
Yeah.
Yeah? Anything special on that list this year?
Yeah.
What is it?
Probably a puppy dog.
No kidding, yeah? A real one?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Are you big enough to take care of one?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah? Oh, my goodness.
I'm not sure about this.
Hello there, how are you? Why don't you just sort of sit down?
Okay.
Yeah, there. How's that, huh? Is that okay? Yeah. Oh, Santa likes little boys and girls, yeah. Without little boys and girls, yeah. Yeah, you have pretty red on, too. You got dressed up just to come and see me, right? Yeah. 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 You have a Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Hello there, gang. How are you? Oh, it's good to see you. Yeah. How are we doing?
Good.
Good. We all ready for Christmas?
Yes.
Yes? Your Christmas shopping's all done?
No.
No? Is the tree up?
Yes.
Yes? And you help decorate it?
Uh-huh.
Yeah?
Me and Nick even have our own little tree.
You do? Oh, that's kind of nice, isn't it? I'll look forward to seeing that.
Okay.
Yeah. Is there anything special on the list this year?
New Kids albums.
Oh, you like those New Kids on the Block, huh? Oh, boy.
Nintendo.
Oh, Nintendo, huh? Oh, what does Dad think about that? He'd probably like to play with it too, huh? I kind of thought so, yeah. So, we got some cookies baked?
No, not yet.
Not yet, huh? You'll be sure and leave me one, right?
I am.
And carrots for Rudolph and the other reindeer? Okay. You have a Merry Christmas. And thank you for coming. Thank you. Bye-bye. Merry Christmas.
I hope you enjoyed our program. The next special edition will air in the spring. In the meantime, if you have any suggestions for story ideas, please call Mentor Community Television at 255-1100. Thank you for joining us. And from all of us in the city of Mentor, we wish you a very happy holiday season.
Special Edition is a presentation of Mentor Community Television.